The power of silence. 9 situations where Stoicism teaches us to stay quiet. Silence is a virtue that has been revered across cultures and philosophies for centuries. It holds within it the power to transform not only our external interactions but also our inner world. Among the many philosophical traditions that emphasize the importance of silence, Stoicism stands out as one of the most profound. Rooted in ancient Greece and later embraced by Roman thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism teaches us how to navigate life's challenges with wisdom, resilience, and self-control. At its core lies the practice of discernment, knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher king, was a staunch advocate of Stoic principles. His seminal work, Meditations, serves as both a personal journal and a timeless guide to living a virtuous life. Within its pages, he frequently reflects on the value of restraint in speech. For Marcus, silence wasn't merely about refraining from talking. It was an exercise in discipline, humility, and understanding the weight of words. He believed that true strength often lies in what we choose not to say rather than in what we do. The relevance of this teaching extends far beyond antiquity. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, where communication happens at lightning speed through texts, emails, social media posts, and instant messaging, the temptation to fill every moment with noise can be overwhelming. Yet, the consequences of speaking without thought are more significant than ever before. Misunderstandings, conflicts, damaged relationships, and reputational harm can all stem from careless or impulsive words. By contrast, practicing silence in key situations allows us to step back, reflect, and respond with intention rather than react impulsively. This essay explores 9 specific scenarios where embracing silence aligns with Stoic philosophy, particularly as articulated by Marcus Aurelius. These moments range from heated arguments and emotional turmoil to professional settings and interpersonal dynamics. Each situation underscores the transformative potential of withholding speech, not as a sign of weakness, but as an act of strength and wisdom. Through these examples, we will delve into why silence matters, how it empowers us, and what lessons modern individuals can draw from the Stoic approach to mindful communication. By adopting the Stoic mindset championed by Marcus Aurelius, we learn to cultivate patience, empathy, and clarity in our interactions. Silence becomes less about suppression and more about creating space for deeper reflection and meaningful connection. Whether you're navigating personal relationships, workplace challenges, or your own internal struggles, the insights offered here provide practical guidance for mastering the art of silence. Let us now examine each of these 9 situations in detail, drawing inspiration from the enduring wisdom of Stoicism. 1. During arguments when emotions run high. Arguments are fertile ground for regrettable words. When emotions flare, logic often takes a back seat, leaving room for hurtful remarks and irreparable damage. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. In other words, reacting impulsively during conflict only perpetuates negativity and lowers us to the level of those who provoke us. Instead, choosing silence in such moments demonstrates immense self-control and prevents escalation. For instance, imagine a disagreement with a colleague over project responsibilities. The tension rises, voices grow louder, and accusations begin to fly. Here, silence acts as a shield, It protects you from saying something you might later regret while giving you time to process the situation objectively. By stepping back and allowing emotions to settle, you create an opportunity to address the issue calmly and constructively once tempers have cooled. This approach not only preserves relationships but also positions you as someone capable of handling adversity with grace. Moreover, silence during arguments isn't passive, it's strategic. It forces others to pause and reconsider their stance, often diffusing hostility. As Marcus Aurelius advises, how much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? By remaining silent, you avoid contributing to the cycle of anger and instead model composure, which can inspire others to follow suit. 2. When someone is venting their frustrations. Listening is a form of generosity, especially when someone vents their frustrations. Often, people don't seek solutions, they simply need to feel heard. Interrupting them with advice or counterarguments can invalidate their feelings and escalate their distress. In such cases, silence paired with attentive listening is far more effective. Marcus Aurelius emphasizes the importance of empathy, urging us to see things from another's perspective. He writes, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." Recognizing that everyone carries their own burdens helps us approach venting sessions with compassion rather than defensiveness. By staying silent and offering nonverbal cues like nodding or maintaining eye contact, you signal respect and understanding. This simple act can be incredibly healing for the other person, fostering trust and strengthening your bond. Furthermore, listening without interjecting gives you valuable insight into their concerns, enabling you to offer thoughtful support later if needed. 3. In meetings where you lack complete information. In professional settings, jumping into discussions prematurely can undermine credibility and lead to poor decision-making. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that it is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Applied to meetings, this means prioritizing thoughtful contributions over hasty opinions. If you lack sufficient information, silence allows you to observe, gather context, and formulate well-reasoned responses. Consider a scenario where colleagues debate a complex proposal. Speaking up without fully grasping the details risks misinterpretation or spreading misinformation. By remaining silent initially, you buy yourself time to analyze the discussion, ask clarifying questions, and contribute meaningfully when the moment is right. This approach showcases professionalism and ensures your input adds value rather than confusion. Additionally, silence in meetings can highlight leadership qualities. Observing group dynamics and identifying gaps in reasoning enables you to guide conversations toward productive outcomes. As Marcus Aurelius notes, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. 4. When confronted with unjust criticism. Criticism, whether fair or unfair, can trigger defensive instincts. However, responding immediately to unjust criticism often fuels further conflict and diminishes your dignity. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to view external judgments with detachment, reminding us that everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. When faced with unwarranted criticism, silence serves as a powerful tool for maintaining composure. Rather than engaging in a futile battle of egos, staying quiet signals confidence and self-assurance. Over time, this behavior earns respect, as others recognize your ability to rise above petty disputes. Furthermore, silence provides an opportunity to evaluate the criticism objectively. Is there any truth to it? Could it offer constructive feedback? Even if the critique proves baseless, reflecting on it privately allows you to grow emotionally and intellectually. As Marcus Aurelius wisely states, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. 5. During moments of personal doubt or anxiety, internal dialogue shapes our perception of reality. When plagued by doubt or anxiety, incessant self-talk can amplify negative emotions, trapping us in cycles of worry. Silence, both literal and metaphorical, offers a pathway to inner peace. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to confront our fears head-on, writing, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Practicing silence during anxious moments interrupts harmful thought patterns, allowing us to reconnect with the present moment. Techniques like meditation or mindfulness leverage silence to calm the mind and restore balance. By focusing on breath or observing sensations without judgment, we gain clarity and perspective. This Stoic practice reminds us that we cannot control external events, but we can manage our reactions to them. 6. When asked intrusive or nosy questions. Nosy questions can catch us off guard, tempting us to overshare or divulge sensitive information. In such instances, silence acts as a protective barrier, safeguarding privacy and boundaries. Marcus Aurelius advocates for prudence in sharing personal details, advising us to keep thyself simple, good, pure, serious, free from affectation. Politely declining to answer intrusive questions, or responding vaguely, asserts your autonomy and reinforces healthy boundaries. Moreover, silence in these situations conveys confidence. It communicates that you value discretion and won't compromise your integrity for the sake of appeasing curiosity. Over time, this habit cultivates mutual respect in relationships, as others learn to honor your limits. 7. Before making important decisions. Hasty decisions rarely yield optimal results. Rushing into choices without adequate deliberation increases the likelihood of errors and regrets. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to live each day as if it were your last, emphasizing the importance of thoughtful action. Before making critical decisions, silence creates space for reflection. It invites us to weigh pros and cons, consider long-term implications, and consult trusted advisors. This deliberate pause ensures that our actions align with reason and virtue, hallmarks of Stoic living. Practically, this might involve taking a walk, journaling, or meditating to clear mental clutter. Such practices enhance focus and enable clearer thinking. As Marcus Aurelius observes, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself. 8. When witnessing gossip or negative talk. Gossip thrives on participation. Engaging in or even acknowledging negative talk perpetuates toxicity and erodes trust. Silence, on the other hand, disrupts this cycle and upholds moral integrity. Marcus Aurelius warns against indulging in malicious chatter, stating, "The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane." Refusing to partake in gossip demonstrates ethical fortitude and sets a positive example for others. Additionally, silence in these contexts redirects energy toward constructive endeavors. Rather than fueling negativity, You can channel attention toward uplifting topics or supportive actions. This shift fosters healthier environments and strengthens community bonds. 9. During times of celebration or joy. Finally, silence plays a vital role in savoring life's joyful moments. While celebration often involves lively conversation, moments of quiet appreciation deepen gratitude and connection. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to cherish fleeting pleasures, reminding us that time is a river, a violent current of events. Pausing to absorb the beauty of special occasions, whether through silent reflection, heartfelt gestures, or shared stillness, enhances their significance.